Here's another example. So for the two functions, f of x, g of x, we have two radical functions now. We want to find the domain of the sum of those functions. So f plus g of x, remember, just means f of x plus g of x. Again, I like to write it like that. It makes more sense, a little easier to see what we're doing. So let's just substitute in. So f of x is just the square root of x minus 4 plus g of x, which is the square root of x plus 1. Now there's no way that we can combine those two radicals, so we just leave it like that. That's my new function. Well, we want to know what the domain is. Well, we've got to look at each piece. Remember, we can't do the square root of a negative number in the real number system, so that's what's going to limit me. So x minus 4 has got to be greater than or equal to 0, and x plus 1 has got to be greater than or equal to 0. So this would be x greater than or equal to 0, x greater than or equal to negative 1, if I just subtract my 1 over. And so for our new function, which is a combination of two functions, the domain has to fit both of them, right? So this is my new function. It's this whole thing. And so the only numbers that work are numbers that work in the whole thing. So let's see what we've got here. Whoops, I put a 0 right there. That's supposed to be a 4. Sorry about that. So x greater than or equal to 4 there. And so let's picture that. I've got to be greater than or equal to negative 1. I've also got to be greater than or equal to 4. So, again, maybe it helps. I'll just draw a quick number line. We could picture that. So greater than or equal to negative 1. Well, that's all of that stuff. Greater than or equal to 4. That's all of that stuff. Well, it has to be true in both. So in between here's not going to work. So it's only this region here. And so what's that region going to be, or that interval? It's going to be from 4 to positive infinity will be the domain for that new function. Again, it's got to meet both of them. And so let me put that up there. I think that might have been off the page. Sorry about that. And so from 4 to positive infinity is our domain for that new function.